The following is a presentation of RMG Sports, award-winning championship television.
Located less than an hour south of Tampa, Bradenton, Florida is one of the Gulf Coast's top destinations for sports, culture, and entertainment. Today, the entertainment moves to the Manatee River as Powerboat Superleague racing kicks off the 2022 season of Racer H2O. From high atop the Green Bridge in beautiful Bradenton, Florida, Racer H2O is proud to bring you coverage of the 2022 Bradenton Area River Regatta. Hello again, fans. Jared Romsberg here with the rest of the Racer H2O crew and over 100,000 new friends ready for some exciting Formula 2 powerboat racing on the Manatee River. Before we get to the main event, let's take a look at Powerboat Superleague F2 qualifying, brought to you by RacerH2O.com. Buy merchandise, watch bonus watercraft racing content, and more at RacerH2O.com. In Group A's first heat race, 10, Terry Rinker had the pole position and took the lead as the fleet blasted into the first turn. 34, Jeff Reno, and 95, Mark Welch thrilled the crowd with an early side-by-side battle for second. Reno would take the slide. 96, Fred Durr tried to catch up to 41, Bobby Briggs for fourth, but the 96 had mechanical trouble and had to bow out. Terry Rinker stayed in front and went on to win the first heat. In Group A's second heat, Terry Rinker once again got the Phase 3 Racing number 10 out into the lead in the race's first turn. Jeff Reno fought to catch up, but Heat 2 was a carbon copy of Heat 1, and Tampa, Florida's Terry Rinker swept both of the Group A heats. In Powerboat Superleague's Group B qualifying, Terry's cousin Chris Rinker in the Rinker's Boat World 52 earned pole position. He quickly used the inside lane and took the lead, leaving 20 Ashton Rinker to battle with 59 Tyler Welch for second. Ashton Rinker was holding his own, but then had issues and slowed outside of turn 1. This allowed Bradenton native Mike Quindazzi to move to 77 into third. Later in the heat, Tyler Welch came to a stop on the backstretch, and Quindazzi was able to leap into second to the delight of the hometown crowd. But this one belonged to the 52, and Chris Rinker won Group B's first heat. In the second heat for Group B, Ashton Rinker in the Rinker's Boat World 20 overcame the issues from Heat 1 and dashed out with the lead ahead of Chris Rinker. Chris tried to catch up, but Heat 2 belonged to Ashton Rinker, and he took the checkered, finishing up Group B qualifying. With qualifying complete, let's take a look at the starting lineup for Powerboat Superleague's Formula 2 feature race. Terry Rinker from right up the road in Tampa, Florida, will start on the pole. Cousin Chris Rinker starts second. From Okeechobee, Florida, Jeff Reno starts third. Ashton Rinker, Terry's son, starts fourth. And rounding out the top 5 is Wayzata, Minnesota's Mark Welch in the 95. Fans, don't go anywhere. We have so much more fun and action to show you from the 2022 Bradenton Area River Regatta coming up on Racer H2O right after this.
Racer H2O's coverage of the 2022 Bradenton Area River Regatta is brought to you by Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, LECOM, We Make Doctors, Firkins Automotive. Learn more at firkins.com. By RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered. The Bradenton Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, Florida's West Coast. And by Manatee Memorial Hospital, a member of the Manatee Healthcare System. This segment of Racer H2O's coverage of the 2022 Bradenton Area River Regatta is brought to you by the Bradenton Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, Florida's West Coast.
Race fans, welcome back to beautiful Bradenton Palmetto, where you're getting a seagull's view of one of the many Gulf Coast beaches that are part of this region. Sure, you want to get some sand between your toes when you come here, but there is so much more to do. You can get a great view of the Gulf and maybe do some fishing from the Anna Maria City Pier, or take a walk and do some shopping at the Bradenton Beach Pier. There are many, many fun activities on the water for visitors of all ages. Jet skiing, paddleboarding, boating, fishing, or just relaxing. Bradenton's waters have it all. Looking for something to do off the beach? Bradenton has you covered. Enjoy a cool breeze and enjoy the view of the Manatee River when you take a stroll along Bradenton's Riverwalk. It brings you to the Marina District and is only a block away from downtown shopping, bars, and restaurants. The Riverwalk also brings you a block away from Bradenton's Village of the Arts. What was once a neglected neighborhood is now one of the most unusual and most visited places in the region. Shop, dine, or just look around this colorful neighborhood and experience the work of local artists, sometimes while they're in action. Looking for indoor activities? Come and experience the largest natural history museum on Florida's Gulf Coast, the Bishop Museum of Science and Nature. You can check out some prehistoric fossils, enjoy the astronomy programs in the planetarium, and get an up-close view of Bradenton's famous manatees at the Parker Manatee Rehabilitation Habitat. So whether it's shopping, dining, playing, or just relaxing, Bradenton and Palmetto have something for you and need to go to the top of your vacation plans. Start building your adventure today by visiting BradentonGolfIslands.com. Now let's head back to the Manatee River for highlights of Powerboat Superleague's Formula Lights racing. Jason Nelson in the Wyatt H. Nelson Architects 18 was a dominant force in qualifying. The Atlanta, Georgia driver was the fastest in time trials and won both heat races. In the feature race, he took off with the lead from the start and picked up right where he left off in qualifying. 30, Mike Harris was riding in second with 66, Randy Parch in third, trying to catch up to the 18. Nelson looked to have this one in the bag, but on the final lap of the race, the 18 came to a stop between turns 3 and 4, and Harris and Parch roared right by. The drag race was on for the win down the backstretch, bringing cheers from the crowd up and down the Green Bridge. The 30 held the lead to the end, and Mike Harris earned his first career Formula Light victory here on the Manatee in Bradenton, Palmetto.
Oh, it's huge. We have never raced anywhere with this big of a crowd. It was great. The fans were awesome. The town was great. It's been a fantastic weekend. It's been great.
Mike Harris was joined by Randy Parch and Rick Sober on Powerboat Superleague's Formula Light podium in Bradenton. If you like the Formula Lights fans, you're going to love the Formula 2s. The big boats are moving to the dock. They'll race in Bradenton when we come back right after this.
This segment of Racer H2O's coverage of the 2022 Bradenton Area River Regatta is brought to you by Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, LECOM, we make doctors.
Race fans, welcome back to Bradenton, where a mammoth crowd continues to stretch across the Green Bridge and all along both the Bradenton and Palmetto sides of the Manatee River. They're expecting a crowd of well over 100,000 strong at what has become one of the country's largest watercraft racing events. But there is so much more to the Bradenton Area River Regatta than Powerboat Superleague racing. It all started Friday night at the restaurant Pier 22 with a kickoff gala emceed by Pittsburgh Pirates broadcasters Greg Brown and Steve Blass. The ceremony included Caleb Grimes from the law firm of Grimes & Galvano receiving the 2022 LECOM Leadership Award.
I am completely astounded to have an event that has over 100,000 people that attend and nobody has to pay an admission fee. It is a wonderful event. It's been a wonderful thing for Manatee County, City of Bradenton, and the City of Palmetto. And I've been involved with it since its inception, helping them with permitting and other things. And I'm so happy that they chose me to help them with it.
Event sponsors were also saluted as the Bradenton Area River Regatta made its triumphant return after the 2021 COVID shutdown.
Supporting the regatta that gathers 100,000 people together at no charge is something that's very special and meaningful to us and to our CEO, and we're committed to do it again next year and hopefully years beyond.
On Saturday, both the Bradenton and Palmetto sides of the Manatee River were bustling with activities and shows that entertained the entire family. Fans of all ages enjoyed the Daredevil stunt dogs and their thrilling canine show. The Bradenton Marauders and Pittsburgh Pirates sponsored fun zones on both sides of the Manatee River. World champion flyboarder Kristen the Destroyer Smoyer and jetpacker Mike Thrasher Traster took to the sky, thrilling everyone on the Green Bridge and along the Riverwalk. Music acts filled the stages on both sides of the river all day long, satisfying nearly every musical taste. Headliners included country music star Andy Purcell in Palmetto, and they danced the night away in Bradenton with tribute band Almost ABBA. And it was all topped off by a thrilling show from the first family of fireworks, Zambelli International, bringing oohs and ahs from fans and celebrating the return of this great event. Fans make plans now to be in Bradenton in February of 2023, and if you would like to support or get your business involved with the 2023 Bradenton Area River Regatta, please visit BradentonAreaRegatta.com. All right, fans, let's head back down to the Manatee River. Powerboat Superleague's Formula 2 fleet is assembled on the dock. Let's get up to speed by taking a look at the starting order one last time. Terry Rinker from Tampa, Florida, earned pole, and he'll lead the fleet off the dock. But fans, buckle your chin straps. It's showtime in Bradenton. Powerboat Superleague's fleet is assembled on the dock. The fuel pumps are on, the canopies are closed, the belts are tightened. All eyes are on the flagman. Let's drop that flag! And we're racing in Bradenton. The 2022 season is underway on the Manatee River. The fleet moves past the commitment buoy. There they go side by side for the lead. Chris Rinker on the inside, Ashton Rinker on the outside. They're going to go 3 wide behind him for 4th. Chris Rinker now into turn 4 with Ashton Rinker right on his tail. Look at the crowd off to the right, fans. 100,000 strong on the Green Bridge to watch Chris Rinker move from 2nd to 1st and take the lead as they go into the first lap of this 30-lap main event on the Manatee River. Ashton Rinker goes wide out of turn 1. Here comes his father, Terry Rinker, on the inside. He's looking to crawl up on the inside. 2 Rinkers fighting it out here on the Manatee River. Terry Rinker making some time on Ashton as they go into turn 3. Ashton on the outside, Terry Rinker on the inside. Ashton goes way wide out of the turn, opens the door for Papa, gives him an early Father's Day present, and Terry Rinker steals 2nd from his son, Ashton. Ashton in the 20 doing his best to try to catch up to his dad, but Terry's looking to check out. Mike Quindazzi moving up through the fleet now. Man, he's driving like a man possessed. Goes up, oh! Mike Quindazzi slugs the turn 1 buoy. He was trying to get on the inside of Richard Young for 4th. Bradenton, Florida's Mike Quindazzi, the hometown kid, recently moved here. Fans disappointed. Now he's going to be docked a lap, but they'll score that at the end. We'll keep him in 5th. But he's going to pay the price for hitting that buoy, that telltale sign. Look at this, Jimmy Kerr. Jim Kerr comes roaring up through the fleet, got around Quindazzi, and then he gets around Richard Young. And Jimmy Kerr, all the way from Michigan, now in 4th place. He started dead last on the dock, fans, into 71 now, trying to catch up with Ashton Rinker. We hop on board with Wayzata, Minnesota's Tyler Welch, trying to get by Richard Young, take the 6th place slot. He'll do exactly that. And now he's going to try to get around Quindazzi and Kerr and get up closer to those Rinkers that are way up front. Tyler Welch all the way from Wayzata, Minnesota, spending some time here in Florida working on his boat. And I tell you what, Tyler better stay on the throttle because Jeff Reno from Okeechobee, Florida, is right on his 6th, trying to come up with a strategy to get around him and get up there and start fighting for a top 5 finish. Reno has come oh so close to winning this race. In 2019, Reno finished 2nd here. A great shot off the back of Jeff Reno's boat, showing you the fans all along the Green Bridge and all along the Riverwalk in Bradenton. An estimated crowd of well over 100,000 people here in Bradenton for this event. As we catch up with our leader, Chris Rinker in the 52, the Spring, Texas driver, started 2nd on the dock, got a great start ahead of pole sitter Terry Rinker, who is riding now in 2nd. Chris cannot let up at all. Terry Rinker, many-time world champion in the Formula 1 and Formula 2 ranks, has never won here in Bradenton. He won as a boat owner, watching his son Rob win the inaugural race back in 2015. But Ashton Rinker, his other son, also a winner here. Ashton got the top slot back in 2016. He's been seen on the podium many times here in Bradenton. He wants to get back on top of the podium here at the season opener for 2022. Leader Chris Rinker now starting to come up into some lap boats. That's Bobby Briggs on the inside. Now, Bobby doesn't have to yield, fans. He just has to hold his line, and he's got the inside line, forcing Chris Rinker to the outside, and that could let Terry Rinker grab some very, very valuable real estate and catching up. What? There's a boat on the backstretch. That's Jeff Reno. Jeff Reno dead in the water. Oh, what a shame. Reno started third, and we're hearing he's got a blown engine. He just shut it down. And Jeff Reno has to sit helplessly on the backstretch while Chris Rinker continues off with his lead. Fans, we're going to step out for a break. More Powerboat Superleague racing from Bradenton on Racer H2O right after this.
This segment of Racer H2O's coverage of the 2022 Bradenton Area River Regatta is brought to you by RTI Insurance Services. We've got you covered.
Fans, welcome back to Bradenton, where you're looking at your new race leader. Tampa, Florida's Terry Rinker got the Tahoe Phase 3 boat into the lead. Watch this. Chris Rinker back on lap 18 gets the boat way up out of the water, has to get out of the throttle going into the turn, and along comes Terry Rinker. Cousin versus cousin out of turn 4, and Terry Rinker moves ahead with the lead, takes P1 here in Bradenton. Fans, that's right along with Chris during that break. You can see you do not want the horizon to go tilted like that in these boats. That boat got way up out of the water. You could hear Rinker got way out of the throttle, and cousin Terry comes along on the outside, thrills the fans. Look at all the fans up on the green bridge, and away goes Terry Rinker. Many-time world champion, has yet to win here in Bradenton. He's won as a boat owner. For this young man, his son, Ashton Rinker, who's riding back in third. He's been in third almost the entire race. He qualified fourth, and a 2016 race winner here in Bradenton. Ashton Rinker struggling to get up and battle for the lead. Behind him, he's got to stay on the throttle, fans. Tyler Welch, who started all the way back in ninth, is up into fourth. He's coming up to battle with the lapped boat of Bobby Briggs. Briggs on the outside. Tyler's going to slide by on the inside. Fans in Bradenton are loving this racing. Any pass on the water brings a cheer from the crowd, just like they cheered whenever Terry Rinker took the lead in this event. One of the biggest inland races for tunnel boats in the United States. Dare I say in the world, fans. This crowd of over 100,000 generates over, get this, $9 million into the local economy here in Bradenton and Palmetto. What a great event. And the white flag is out for this guy. Terry Rinker back on lap 18, grabbed the lead from his cousin Chris and has not looked back. One more time in front of the fans here on the Green Bridge. Terry Rinker goes to the line, and he's going to win the Powerboat Superleague Formula 2 main event here at the 2022 Bradenton Area River Regatta. We'll catch up with him in a post-race show coming up on Racer H2O.
Racer H2O's coverage of the 2022 Bradenton Area River Regatta was brought to you by Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, LECOM, We Make Doctors, the law firm of Grimes and Galvano, celebrating 100 years of practice in Florida, by Pier 22 Restaurant, Bradenton's premier dining on the beautiful Manatee River, Budweiser, the king of beers, Gulf Coast Eagle Distributing, and by ISM USA, a leading events marketing company in Pittsburgh and Bradenton.
Fans, welcome back to Bradenton, where just moments ago, Terry Rinker, your champion here in Bradenton for 2022, grabbed the checkered flag from the starting dock and did the victory lap around the Manatee River, saluting all the fans in Bradenton and Palmetto as we welcome you to the RacerH2O.com post-race report. Get Racer H2O gear at RacerH2O.com. Here's your third place finisher.
Bradenton's right down the road from me, and I've been coming here ever since they started this race, and I plan on to keep on coming. It's a great event. There's lots of people on the bridge, and you get to see all the local sponsorships out here that's putting on the event, and APR does a great job, and so does the city of Bradenton. It's a brand new boat. It's completely brand new. It's actually the second time it's been on the water coming here to Bradenton, and we just wanted to make the Outcast boat, put it on the podium, have a good weekend with Pro Marine and Rinker's Boat World and Paul Trollian building us a fantastic boat. Well, I mean, it's pretty fantastic because my dad hasn't beat me in a while, and that was he got one there. But we haven't done the sweep of 3 on the podium since 2017 with NGK, and that was with myself, my dad, and my brother. And doing it this year with my cousin Chris, and how great he's racing, starting off the season, it's really exciting.
Let's take a look at the final results of Powerboat Superleague's Formula 2 feature race here in Bradenton. The Rinkers make it a clean sweep of the podium. Regatta, Minnesota's Tyler Welch finishes 4th. Jimmy Kerr from Lapeer, Michigan finishes 5th. Fans, here's your runner-up in Bradenton.
It was fun. It was really fun. Having him back there, that start was pretty exciting, to be honest. I look over and Terry's on my inside. I look to my right, Ashton's on my right, and Terry got some air. I mean, we kind of got close and got up, and I thought for sure we were either both going to go over or we were going to, make that turn and get on down there. And luckily, when we came out, I came out on top. So, unfortunately, the trim went out. I think there's no doubt I would have finished in first if we could have kind of kept our equipment going the way it did. But that's what happens. It's racing. I really want to say thank you to the Bradenton Regatta, because they have put on one heck of a show. I mean, looking up on the bridge and seeing all the people wave at us, it's incredible. It looked like 30,000, 40,000 people up there.
Here's one last look at the official results of Powerboat Superleague's Formula 2 feature race here in Bradenton. Disappointing finish for Bradenton's own Mike Quindazzi. He wound up 9th, but here is your champion.
I tell you what, it's always great to come down here to Bradenton. I live right up the street in Tampa, so this is almost a hometown race for me. And man, the people in Bradenton and the Palmetto area just put on such a great event. It's great to win here for the second time, and fortunately I got to share the podium with my son and my cousin, so it was a rinker sweep this weekend at the Bradenton Regatta. Got a ride last year with Phase 3 Performance and Jim Slack. He's put together a really fine team, some real good equipment, and great mechanics, Brendan Powers. And I brought some of my team along with us for crew, and we've just gelled real good. And it's become a great team, and it's great to come here and compete and be a part of this whole family of boat racing.
Fans, this year's Bradenton Area River Regatta brought thrills on and off the water, and we can't wait for next year. If you want to get your business involved, please visit BradentonAreaRegatta.com. For the entire Racer H2O crew, I'm Jared Romsberg. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Bradenton. We'll see you 24/7 at RacerH2O.com.